Here we go. Welcome to Disco Elysium Let's Play, Episode 6. Hello, Golden Apples. Welcome to the stream. Nice to have you here. So we're going to continue, obviously, off where we left off from. Got a few things we can do. We've got, I don't think we're going to get to 9 p.m. tonight, because the day seems to go by pretty slowly. But we do have something that we need to do at 9 p.m. There's a door that we need to check out. Want to knock on the door, see if anybody's home. We also need to get into this building here. So that's another thing that we want to do. We need to get the body picked up. Actually, no, we need to store the body. That's right, because we can't get the body picked up right away. We need to preserve it. You know what? Let's have a look through our tasks. Man, so dry. All right. Yeah, so we want to talk to this chick. Where is it? Add even more beauty to the wall. So there's a chick that's got some paint. Oh, I know which chick it is. Okay. We can go talk to her. We can go to the apartment door. So, paint, door, bookstore. There's the people that we can talk to inside the Whirling Inn, but they're a bunch of lying liars. So, I don't really trust them, nor really want to talk to them that much. Yeah, the smoker on the balcony is the one that's at 9 p.m. And then Wednesday, I believe, is tomorrow. So we can't do that. But we can go to the bookstore. That's probably the most important. Bookstore, the door, and talk to the girl. Those are the three things. Okay. Let's go to the bookstore first. Hey, there's a bunch of people on the roof smoking. Huh. I wonder if I can get up there. I didn't see any other stairs going up, but... Who's this? You see a sturdy woman humming to herself. She seems to be browsing books. Hello.
Hello?
She nods, her attention fully focused on reading. Who are you?
Me? No one. I'm just a working class woman.
She doesn't really want to be disturbed that much.
I see. Crime, romance, and biographies of famous people. I guess that's the name of the bookstore.
If she's such a working class woman, why isn't she working?
I am, Golden Apples. Thank you very much for asking. I hope you're doing good as well. I'm not going to be too blunt about it. Or... Yeah, I just feel like saying, what are you doing? I feel like if I say, shouldn't a working class woman be working, it comes off as kind of aggressive.
Looking for something to read.
She reverts her attention to a worn-out paperback. Good, good.
It is.
I'm a policeman.
I know you are.
Do you need the help of a policeman?
What with?
She tries hard to focus on the book's stand. Let's watch her browse books.
Her hands move over the book covers. The tips of her fingers look rough, stained with yellow. It seems like she has spent a lot of time at work, smoking.
Maybe your husband is missing?
My husband? No, he's not.
So where could he be?
I don't know. At home now? Out drinking with his friends? Working?
Where is this going, officer?
So what I'm hearing is you don't really know where your husband is.
Yes, but I don't really need to know where my husband is. Not all the time.
Wouldn't you like to?
No.
She looks you straight into the eye. Her right foot is tapping nervously. Maybe you're right. Maybe he isn't missing indeed.
Of course he's not. It's not like he's a pocket watch. I wouldn't just lose him.
It's got to be something else then. Why else would you be asking her if it wasn't?
Maybe your children are missing.
No, absolutely not.
Her words come out quick as gunshots. Okay, so where are they?
Are you a policeman or a nanny?
She's definitely disturbed by now. I police whatever I want. Where are they?
They are not missing, sir.
You know where they are. They're at home, smoking, giving the ladder of vices a chance.
Okay, great. Just making sure.
I see. Thanks.
Maybe your cockatoo is missing?
I don't mean to disrespect, sir, but you are being a bit of a cockatoo here.
For what it's worth, I agree. But cockatoos can't be stopped when they get ladies. It's better to indulge him at this point.
What do you mean I'm being a cockatoo?
Nothing. Go read up on them if you're so interested. There's a great book in the bookstore.
Does she not notice that I have a crowbar in my hand? She should really watch her mouth.
Maybe you should. What if the cockatoo is your astral captain? Or your heraldic bird?
Actually, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Thanks for the tip.
Wonderful. The store is open.
All right. That's all for the moment. I'll let you read.
The woman before you nods and returns to her reading.
I swear, some of the stuff in this game is really weird. Actually, let's see. Maybe the girl knows about the tattoos.
Hi, Ace Detective. Are you here for more books?
Who is that?
Oh, that's Auntie Billy. She's nice if a bit distressed.
Why is she distressed?
I think she is a bad husband. Not very nice or helpful.
Suggestion. Okay, let's see if we can improve our suggestion. Hey, Esau, welcome to the stream. Nice to have you here. No no suggestion there. Hey, there's -1 suggestion. Okay, so that's good that we don't have that. Oh, we don't have any more skill points. But you know what? We can always try it. We can always retry.
Hi, Ace Detective.
It
Are you
is
here
a
for more
white
books?
check after all.
You have absolutely no idea. Familiar? How? You must have forgotten something you heard again.
Okay, bye. See you around, Annette. I like that girl. She's much nicer than those two brats at the backyard. Cool. Gift books and molten candy.
The display rack is brimming with worn paperbacks featuring an extremely muscular, sword-wielding barbarian on the cover. Nearly all the titles contain the word Hyundai somewhere.
Cool. Look through the display of books.
Rows and rows of Hyundai men blur your vision. You make out some titles. Man from Hyundai and the Mammoth Riders. Man from Hyundai, Return to Hyundai. And the solipsistic Man from Hyundai and the Hyundai Man.
Good God, how many are there?
Maybe 100. Man from Hyundai and the sages at the end of the world. Man from Hyundai and the false god. Man from Hyundai and the scorched earth. Man from Hyundai, the Hyundai colonies. Man from Hyundai and the swamp beast. Man from Hyundai and the snow crabs.
Is that all?
Not even close. Man from Hyundai in hell. Man from Hyundai and the forest of slaves. Man from Hyundai under the lake. Man from Hyundai, Hyundai burning. There's even the Trial of Death, a pastoral combat gamebook set in the world of Hyundai Man, and so much more.
Storekeep, tell me about the Muscle Man books.
Oh, Man from Hyundai. A very popular series of adventure novels. They're awfully immoral and violent books.
Why are they so popular?
Blood and violence, scantily clad women, epic narratives, all those mystical things he encounters. They're bound to grab those with little imagination and nothing to do.
Sounds good. Which one should I start with? It sounds like Conan the Barbarian. Blood and violence, scantily clad women, epic narratives, all those mystical things he encounters. It totally sounds like Conan. Which one should I start with?
What does it matter? They're all the same. However, the customer is always right, they say. If you're a novice of the series, I'd recommend Hyundai Man, the Man from Hyundai. It's supposed to be a good introduction to the series.
Do any of the books call out to me? Let's check it out. Actually, you know what? Let's see. Pain threshold. Let's see if we can increase our pain threshold. No, we can't. Okay.
The display rack is brimming with worn paperbacks featuring an extremely muscular,
Let's see if one of them calls out to me.
on the cover. A twinge at the back of your head makes you flinch. Your eye starts twitching.
Oh, what is it?
Your hand reaches toward a book with glossy cover art of the very muscular Man from Hyundai in chains, kneeling in front of a staircase leading to a throne. A woman sits on the throne, leering at the man. Between the throne and the Hyundai man lies a bonfire, casting shadows on the wall. The shadow of the woman's headdress looks like a pair of devil horns. The title reads, Man from Hyundai and the Devil Woman.
Aren't all women devil women?
Especially those leering types who seem to wear nothing but an armored bikini. There's also some sort of a snake lizard beast slithering around her abdomen, chest, shoulder region. It's symbolic of vice and sin.
Interesting.
The display rack before you is burdened under piles of Man from Hyundai novels.
I'm not going to spend $9 on a book. I'm pretty broke as it is. But maybe we'll come back to it. There's got to be a way for me to make more money. Old sports magazines tucked away in a dark corner.
A small mountain of colorful board game boxes. There are numerous types of games for all ages. A lot of shelf space seems to be taken up by Wirral-related merchandise.
I'll look through the pile of Wirral-related items.
An endless variety of source books, law books, and codices litter the table. The topmost book is titled Welkin Compendium, 2nd edition. There's also a large hardbound tome with intricate cover art, The Hunters of Katawak, Boreal Creature Compendium, and a pick-your-path adventure game book titled Tales of Wirral, Cavern of Velkrag.
We were talking about that in my afternoon stream, the Pick Your Path adventure game books.
Books in a board game section? Who wants to read books?
Binoclard? What the hell is Binoclard? Anything that really catches my eye?
There's a
Hey,
box
Mike, welcome to the
that
stream, man.
says Wirral, 3rd edition Mega Setting Supplements Module. The side panel notes, a fantastique adventure board game, new maps and miniatures. A sticker on it displays 25 real. That price is steep, but then it's the 3rd edition Mega Setting Supplement, so it makes sense. Nonsense for anemic Binoclards.
Binoclards? I have no idea what the hell Binoclards is. Storekeep, what board games do you have here?
Wonderful board games, sir. The Viticulturist is a classic for sure, or perhaps you'd like Archipelagos of Insulinda, a very educational game for those interested in geography. Raubritter is a fun game of economic competition, but can get quite intense after a while. We have games for the whole family. You can play with your children.
Yes, kids, friends, chicks. I have all those.
Then you're a lucky man, officer. Children are the greatest of treasures.
She fiddles with her pendant, thinking.
For playing with friends, I'd recommend Suzerainty. It's a civilization building game where you build a civilization, then set off to brutally colonize and repress other civilizations. It'll cost 12 real.
What about all these Wirral things?
Lousy auras there. No, role-playing games are popular among those types. You know, who are into those kind of things. Personally, I don't like it. Not at all.
Not at all.
I've heard they turn people into occult enthusiasts. That they have rituals. They try to summon entities. Highly immoral stuff. You
She's
can
talking
still
about
buy
Dungeons
them
and
there.
Dragons. She looks at the table, crossing her arms. The book collection of national recipes of Arda. They are all about lake trout. Lake trout is delicious.
You see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way to another room. A strange cage-like trinket dangles from the curtains.
Excuse me, officer. The back room is strictly for employees only.
Examine the strange cage-like trinket.
You see some kind of charm, an irregular polyhedron assembled from bones, sticks, and straw. Inside, a disturbing fish head with empty eye sockets stares at you. This is a traditional Seminese ward, meant to provide protection against ill luck, bad dreams, curses, and other supernatural scourges.
Sounds like a dream catcher. And who are the Seminese?
Inhabitants of Elysium, the Seminine Islands down south. Aside from poking at it suspiciously, there is nothing else to do with the fish head charm at this time. The curtains remain shut before you.
Shopkeeper, what's behind the curtains?
Nothing. Now please go back to browsing the books. Don't you feel compelled to look at the books? The books are all you care about.
She speaks almost as if she's trying to put a spell on you, urging you to buy more books. Oddly enough, the more she tries to draw you away from the curtains, the more alluring they become.
Let's ignore them for now. I'm not gonna get aggressive and, like, barge in.
These shelves are overburdened with books from the same series. You see the name Dick Mullen over and over. A couple of spook novels hide amidst all the detective books. Thrilling tales of spycraft and daring-do.
Look through the display of books.
Crime fiction is a disgrace. An asinine misrepresentation of the physical attributes of the arduous everyday work of actual police officers. These books greatly overstate the excitement of police work, glossing over how long it takes to actually follow up on leads and eliminate dead ends. What's more, they completely ignore the psychological hardships of year after year coming into contact with people during the worst days of their lives.
Yep.
Not a single mention of all the stress this work creates upon the officer's family. Detective fiction just doesn't tell the truth at all. Now, would you like a list of all the books found on the shelf?
Sure.
You see Dick Mullen on the job. Get Me Mullen. The Stalwart Adventures of Richard P. Mullen. Dick Mullen and the Murder in the Orchard. The Sordid Affair of Dick Mullen. A killing is declared. Dick Mullen in the murder house. The Final Case of Dick Mullen. An obvious lie. Dick Mullen in the clock tower. The Ordeals of Dick Mullen. Dauntless Dick. Dick Mullen's funeral pyre. The Murder of Dick Mullen.
Are there any more?
Yes, there's also The Dame Who Did It. Farewell, My Mullen. Faking death seems to be a common trope in the Mullen series. The morbid tales of Dick Mullen. A dark tide turns. Tragedy calls for Dick Mullen. Another one with fake death. And, of course, Dick Mullen, the murderer. In order to catch a murderer, Dick Mullen must become the murderer. After all this, you still haven't found the answer to the one question that matters. Who is Dick Mullen?
Let's try it.
your quick eye notices a small caterpillar crawling across the spine of a book. The title reads, Dick Mullen and the Mistaken Identity.
What do we have here? Mistaken Identity.
A worn paperback from Dick Mullen's classic Hard-Boiled phase. The premise seems to be that Dick Mullen is framed for the murder of his best friend and has just a few days to prove his innocence.
Why does this speak to me?
Could it be the motifs of unstable identities and shocking betrayals?
That's probably right. I'm a complicated guy, full of contradictions.
Then this is the book for you.
Storekeep. What's all this crime fiction?
Oh, crime, robberies, murders, even sexual crimes. We're fortunate to have Dick Mullen and his stories to sort all that out. You're a police officer, apparently. You should buy all of these. They really do teach a person how to be a proper detective.
If you give them all to me for $1, I'll buy them.
A sulfur-crested cockatoo sits on the cover, its beak slightly open. It looks as if the bird is calling out the book title, From A to Zurich, a guide to a well-behaved cockatoo.
Flip through the pages.
Turns out that there are so many different cockatoo species, and they all have behavioral problems.
What about this guide to cockatoos, storekeeper?
It's a must-have if you own a cockatoo. I've heard they're quite capricious.
We can try to steal it? I don't want to steal, but I'm kind of intrigued. Interfacing. Let's see if we can increase our interfacing. If we can increase our interfacing, I'll consider it. No, we can't. Okay. I'm not going to steal a book, especially since the book is like, what? It's $4?
A sulfur-crested cockatoo sits on the cover.
$4.
Its beak slightly open. It looks as if...
I'll consider buying it. It's a tome of fascist magic, rather candid.
The plaque on the shelf reads, Biographies of Famous People. You see a large variety of names, none of which ring a bell.
Look through the display of books. Steal it? I don't know. I don't think I could. I would feel bad. I know it's just a game, but thievery doesn't feel right to me.
Browsing through all the books with all their names makes your head spin. None of these seem important or relevant. It's all just vapid egoism. Suddenly, a particularly odd title catches your eye. It reads, High Speed Love, the tragic true love story of Jacob Irv and Alfie Delatraz, by one Cecilia Averbrook.
What's it about?
High Speed Love chronicles the romance between two of the finest tip-top tourney racers in history. One of them is the madcap driver, Jacob Irv. His blonde mane graces the cover.
I know it's a game, but it's also a role-playing game. While I'm willing to do some things and act in ways that I wouldn't normally in real life, I also feel the consequences of trying to steal a $4 book in the game don't make sense. If it was like a $400 book, maybe then I would consider stealing it because it's, you know, out of my price range and maybe more valuable. But a book that costs $3.00, just doesn't, I don't know, it just doesn't seem right. Chuck it out the window.
Next to Irv's life story, you see a slim biography of an Occidental rock star called the Anti-Star. He's famous for shooting morphine into one of his eyeballs and cocaine into the other.
Whoa, that dude's hardcore.
Next to that, Revacholian radio personality Guillaume Bevy stands in front of a rundown drug den. He's a permanent fixture on Channel 8, reporting on real-life crime and ruining cops' days.
I really must insist you buy one of the books. Reading them is not for free. Do still browse, though, but not too long.
Damn, this one's starting to get on my nerves.
I'm sorry, I did not mean to rush you. You are browsing. Go ahead. Take your time. Time is commerce.
Storekeep, anything of note in this shelf?
I would say... The Greatest Innocence. Yes, most certainly. It's an important educational tool, delving into the depths of history, religion, and their relation to innocentic power.
Who or what is an innocence?
A very influential historical figure. But surely I don't have to tell you that. You're a law officer, and law officers have at least some education.
Wow, this woman is rude as hell.
The book is also very daring. The author aims to re-examine the universal understandings of the innocentic system, creating a fresh vantage point and a shift in the tired order of things.
So you recommend it?
Certainly. It's prudent for a person to have at least an elementary understanding of history and society. Imagine the chaos we'd be in otherwise.
You feel like you should get this one. Definitely. It's important somehow. There's something personal inside.
You know what? I'll get it. Or I'll consider it. There's the Cockatoo book, there's this book. We got a few choices. Everyone knows the most interesting thing about fascists was their magic.
Several maps have been attached to a bulletin board hidden inside the alcove. They're held up by small pins. The board has come loose from one corner. The maps look old and faded. Your eye catches a map of Insulinda, a map of Revachol, and a map of Martinez.
Storekeep, can I buy these maps?
I'm sorry, officer. The map of Martinez is the only one available. The other two are not for sale anymore. And besides, you could scarcely afford them.
Damn.
They're quite valuable, though they might not look it. The map of Martinez is 90 cents, though.
You seem to underestimate my resources, but sure, okay.
Yes, yes. Are you interested or not?
Let's look at the map of Martinez.
It's not really a map. It's a tourist thing. A picture postcard with buildings on it, drawn from an isometric perspective. A date in the upper right corner says 48. Still, it's detailed. Could be pretty useful for scouting ahead. You see the jagged boxes of an industrial harbor, even the whirling in rags there.
Look at the map of Revachol.
The north coast of a verdant island is shattered by the delta of a river. It is the River Esperance. Countless bridges put the shards back together, connecting city blocks to river islands. La Delta says a great artificial heart in the center, teeming with life forms and construction.
I kind of want to buy some books.
To the east, rolling hillsides, Le Jardin, Stella Marie, the suburbs of Saint-Baptiste, swallowed up into the megacity. They sound rich to you. This is Rivershell East.
And west of the river?
Hudon. It's somewhere to live. Not bad. Then there's Jamrock. It's bad. People shouldn't live there, but they do. Then Forburg. It's almost as bad, and much larger. Then Coal City. It's the worst.
And Martinez?
It's so small you can't even see it on the map. No, wait. There it is. North of Jamrock. The strip of coast next to the Greater Rivershell Industrial Harbor. It looks downright despondent. It's almost Coal City, to be honest. No, Coal City is worse. A charred limb. Rain falls on its slick black streets. And then there's the burnt-out quarter in the heart of Jamrock. Is it cold in this bookstore? Or is it just you? No, this is somewhere to be. This is all you have. But it's still something. Streets and sodium lights, the sky, the world. You're still alive.
Look at the map of Insulinde.
This large map displays archipelagos. You see a constellation of small dots on the light blue emptiness of the Insulindic Ocean. The largest in the northeast is La Caillou. You are here. Another far away in the southwest, Seminese Islands, Ile de Fantôme.
What else?
Ozon, Laurentide, Fas Alamir, Archipelagos, North Arcade Islands. All just specks of dust on the vastness of the Insulindic. On the edges of the map, the color fades into a blur of dotted lines, black and white, disintegrating into mathematics. In the northeast, a dust mite stands on the north coast of Caillou, in a bookstore. It's you.
I like that. That's cool.
Radiating outwards from you, the suzerain Rivershell. With a radius of 80 kilometers, still, the crown jewel of this Isola would be barely visible.
Squint first. Can you see cities on the islands?
You can, on Caillou, Rivershell, a single black star, on Ozon, Fondelier, and Vimandu, on archipelagos, Croyan Moran, Villiers, on Seminine, Olduvai, and on Laurentide, Deora of the Seven Seas. 850 million people live on these little dots.
Wow.
An oceanic world of culture and commerce torn apart by history.
Look at the edges.
The ocean breaks apart into a tangle of cosines and azimuths, all pointing into pale nothingness. Muindi is the north azimuth. Grad is the northeast azimuth. Samara is the east azimuth. Seo is the west azimuth. Isolas, they're called. Connections to other worlds. Words past the Insulindian, unknown to you. You only know you've never been there. You have little idea what they are. Distant stars, gods. But looking at them makes you feel almost non-existent. Whatever they are, the Isolas are immeasurably large compared to you, and very, very far away. Perhaps they are gods, gods of distance and outer dust.
Interfacing. Was that the same thing that we had before? I think it might have been. Well, I'm going to buy the map.
The maps look old and faded. Your eye
90
catches
cents.
a map.
Always good to be informed of your surroundings.
This bookstore is not strictly about crime, romance, and biographies of famous people. There's also a wide range of paranatural literature.
Let's look through the shelf.
Amidst the various books, you find one written by someone named Matthias W. Dundas. It's about wholeness, unity, balance. These three things are very important to the working class mind.
Wholeness, unity, and balance?
The point of the book, and many others on this shelf, is to give people medicinal advice in situations where they don't have access to paid health services.
How does that work?
It serves platitudes, while also telling everyone that traditional medicine, the kind people don't have access to, and which costs more than this book, is garbage, and would only give you cancer anyway, without even curing your cold or anything.
Sounds about right.
Wholeness, unity, balance, on the other hand, can basically take care of anything. Though it is important to note, when it's up to your mind to heal yourself, then it's because of your mind that you're ill in the first place.
Does the book say anything else?
The book features chapters on topics such as how to find magnesium. It even lists plants you can harvest magnesium from. How to continue drinking if you're an alcoholic who has destroyed his liver. And there's even a chapter on the ancient Seraïs tradition of using duck gallbladder preservatives to treat and prevent sexually transmitted diseases. Pre and post factum apply. Nothing worth buying.
Storekeep. What books are these?
Sir, please, no browsing in that shelf. That wisdom is not for free.
This woman is rude as hell.
I can't have you end up, like, opening a police store next door and stealing my customers. Oh no!
She's so rude, she's almost making me want to steal that book. Another boring book just discarded here. Okay, so... how much was this one?
Shelves full of biographies of famous people, whoever they are.
Kuno needs his mom? Maybe. I don't think she is, because she's the mother of the girl in front, and the girl in front is very polite. Yeah, you know, let's buy a couple books. Let's buy this.
A true cultural touchstone. Enjoy the read.
A sulfur-crested cockatoo sits on the cover, its beak slightly open. It looks as if the bird is calling out the book title, From A to Zurich, a guide to a well-behaved cockatoo.
Yeah, I don't want to be known as a thieving cop, even though I did steal those boots already. Or maybe I do want to try to steal it. It's $4. I'm gonna buy it.
Oh, a nature enthusiast. Good choice. I knew it was a good idea to keep that around.
So shouldn't that, oh, I need to... that should have... So maybe we should look through the book? This one's almost done.
The worn map features the patchwork grid of the streets of Martinez, with directions to appropriately touristy locations. Year 48 resides on the upper right corner.
Place a path through the grid.
Your finger moves through the various streets, across Rue de Saint-Ghislain and Rue Saint-Cypar, over Saint-Brun and Martinez North, finally coming to a halt on the spot where you are currently standing, although the map gives no such indication itself.
For a more detailed view of the map, go to your journal and select the Map tab.
Cool. Let's actually check out the map. Nice. Oh, okay. Very cool. Well, we already stole it, so that shouldn't be available, I don't think. Alright, let's go over here. Where's that cockatoo book?
A cockatoo is a parrot with an erectile crest, found on the Seminole Islands and in southern Fas a la Mer. Known for their intelligence and general precociousness, cockatoos are popular birds in aviculture. However, they often exhibit various behavioral issues.
Okay, what more?
This book talks about the delicate nature of twos, as well as introducing some of the most popular species among the bird enthusiasts. The funeral cockatoo, the major majestic cockatoo, and the most common bang bang cockatoo. It's colorfully illustrated.
Read about the major majestic cockatoo.
Perhaps the most impressive of all the species, the endangered major majestic cockatoo, is often described as the most flamboyant bird in the jungle. Its pink-colored wings and flowing crest embellishing its proud and bumptious nature. In the words of poet-explorer Sir James Fournier, few birds more enliven the monotonous hues of the verdant forest than this big, bold, and beautiful species. It must be glorious to behold, dark pink and snow white.
Read about the most common bang bang cockatoo.
Despite its banging name, the bang bang cockatoo is actually the shyest of the species, common in almost all Seminoles forests, as well as zoos and homes all over the world. Its plumage is mainly gray and white. The Seminoles name, bang bang, is thought to be of onomatopoeic origins.
Read about the funeral cockatoo.
This is a yellow-tailed black cockatoo. Its specific name, Psittacus venereus, relates to its dark and somber plumage. This bird looks as if dressed for a funeral, 24/7. There is something indisputably ominous about it.
All right, what problems do these birds have?
Where to even begin? All cockatoos are known for their needy natures, requiring attention for at least 2 full hours a day.
Crazy.
They love to talk, and have been described as lovable clowns who just don't know how to wrap up.
Who would ever want a chatty companion? I want someone who knows how to listen.
Pet owners also report moodiness, loudness, and hostility as recurring issues. If left unsatisfied, cockatoos may scream non-stop, pluck their feathers, or become aggressive.
Crazy. Right, that's pretty bad. Anything else?
It is not recommended to get a cockatoo if you're not able to cook them food every day and give them the full care that they need. These birds will never understand that you have a life of your own.
Yes, but there has to be something great about cockatoos as well.
You're right. Cockatoos are magnificent creatures. They love to perform, cuddle and show off, and will even scream for fun. Often as loud as up to 135 decibels.
That's insane.
Ouch. That must hurt.
No kidding.
Not great for the neighbors.
Nope.
Performing? Yes, birdie.
Honestly, this bird does sound a bit like me.
Yes, but all those cockatoo species are so different. Which one are you?
I have to take some time to think about it. I'm thinking either funeral or majestic.
Understandable. Choosing your heraldic bird isn't a trivial question.
You know what, let's listen to them again.
This is a yellow-tailed black cockatoo. Its specific name, Psittacus venereus, relates to its dark and somber plumage. This bird looks as if dressed for a funeral, 24/7. Perhaps the most impressive of all the species, the endangered major majestic cockatoo, is often described as the most flamboyant bird in the jungle. Its pink-colored wings and flowing crest embellishing its proud and bumptious nature. In the words of poet-explorer Sir James Fournier, few birds more enliven the monotonous hues of the verdant forest than this big, bold, and beautiful species. It must be glorious to behold. Dark pink. Yes, but all those cockatoo species are so different. Which one are you?
Actually, hold on.
Understandable. Choosing your heraldic bird.
What did you say after the majestic?
Perhaps the most impressive. In the words of poet explorer, it must be glorious to behold. Dark pink and snow white.
And what part of me is saying that? Perception. So maybe we want to say majestic. I was thinking funeral.
Yes, but all those cockatoo species are so different. You're right. Your Majesty embodied. This big, beautiful bird belongs on your herald.
All right. We wasted enough time.
The 15th Indo tribe. Because there was. The 15th Indo tribe was comprised of 8 kids from Forberg and North Jamrock, running from wild dogs in the valley, hiding scents under rocks, and stealing clothes off clotheslines, and sometimes even the copper wiring of phone lines. You may have been one of them. This must be a childhood memory. The 15th Indo tribe was your Indo tribe, set to rule in Cylinder. The rest of the kids are dead now. Car accidents and drug overdoses. Only you remain.
Okay.
As you turn, a bright light catches your eye, making you squint.
Where's it coming from?
From a distant sunset, a stage light, flash photography, nowhere in particular. It's just what superstar law officers do. They squint at lights, and they solve shit.
Yeah, that's me. I've been establishing my superstardom hard lately.
Yeah, you have. You're a big dick cop, Dick Mullen, Salam Rocky Bayi, badass on-the-edge disco cop. Time to recede into a ludicrous fantasy world. Here we go. Camera, lights.
Action.
With a sudden flash, the world freezes around you, and you along with it. In an iconic monochrome solution, a black silhouette against a rasterized orange world. It's on.
Okay.
The curtains, tattered with age and covered in dust, hang before you, as if taunting you.
Let's just go.
Just as you're about to pull apart the curtains, the petrified voice of the shop owner cries out once more.
Sir, don't touch that. I told you it's off limits for the customers.
Her hand has closed around her pendant, her fingers nervously playing with the talisman.
Parapsychologically speaking, we're dumb if you decide to open them. I won't be held responsible for the consequences. It's too dangerous.
She looks away, mumbling. Why is everyone always messing with the curtains? Why can't they just buy books like normal people?
I like the curse one. I like the officer one. I like 2, 3, and 4. What did she say again? Why is everyone always messing with the curtains? Why can't they just buy books like normal people? Okay. I'm going to say the curse. This is about the curse. This is about the curse? That's why you're afraid?
No, it's just a storeroom for the employees, I told you. Now please step away from the curtains.
She's almost begging you. Ma'am, this is different. I'm a police officer. I need to get in there.
Why? It's not like anyone was killed there.
She stops abruptly as her hand flies over her mouth, baffled by her own bluntness.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to be so impolite. Just please don't go there. I can't allow that. You'll only make things worse and unleash the powers.
The curtains do seem frail suddenly, not robust enough to contain a slippery darkness.
But I sense this place calling for me. I must investigate beyond the threshold.
You do? My God, even more reasons not to mess with the curtains. Just step away, dear sir.
I've heard there's a fridge that I need.
Everybody suddenly needs something from there. Leave the curtains be. It's what it wants.
I don't care. You can't stop me. I'll open them.
No! Please just talk to me, officer. Come here and let's talk this through before you decide to do anything extreme.
All right.
Talking is always good. Go see what she has to say. The curtains, tattered with age and covered in dust, hang before you, as if taunting you.
All right, let's ignore them and let's go talk to her.
Welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People. Be welcome, and please take responsibility for the energy you bring into this space.
So are you the owner of this store?
I am the proudest owner of our little shop of culture.
Your daughter is the one standing outside the store, right?
Annette, yes, my daughter. I hope she wasn't slacking off again with her nose in science fiction. Tell me, was she at her post doing her job like a proper girl?
Yes, of course.
Wonderful! Did you talk to her?
Yes.
Great! On a scale of 1 to 10, how compelled were you to buy books after talking with her?
Ten. She's certainly very polite and helpful.
My precious, her dedication brings joy to my heart. If you have children, I hope they turn out as great as my Annette.
All this pressure has made her really anxious. You know she's been chewing her nails.
God. I've told her not to do that. It's such a disgusting habit. She'll get over it. Anxiety is a part of life.
I don't think she can do anything about it.
She can, if she has enough willpower. This is what's called growing pains. Life isn't easy. Life doesn't give breaks.
Come on, ma'am. It's obvious she can't do anything about it. You are placing an unnecessary burden on a young child.
That is true, and obviously the will of the market, but maybe make an exception for your daughter.
She stands stiff and severe, silently fuming. 10 or so seconds pass without change. She's looking for one, but there simply aren't any good arguments for being an asshole.
Yep.
Oh no. Hold on. I need to invite her inside and apologize. She must be freezing out there. There. I don't know what to say to you. My husband, he tries to teach me business lessons. I have what my mother called a dull mind. All this stress.
She stops, but her mouth keeps moving. Is she an only child?
Yes, I'm afraid so. A real treat she is. It would be nice if she had... No, we couldn't have afforded more children, really. Not in this economy.
Why not?
We're quite busy people, you know, my husband and I. Quite busy. Children are a lot of work. You don't look like a father, so I don't expect you to understand.
Children are only a lot of work if you make them a lot of work.
I'm sorry. I'm sure you do understand.
She told me she doesn't go to school anymore.
She's been too busy, helping me here. So she studied at home this trimester. This is a temporary solution, of course. I assure you, I of all people understand the importance of education. She will be back in school the moment the store takes off.
And hell freezes over? Never mind. It's not a good topic to get into.
Is this husband Annette's father?
Yes. My husband is a successful entrepreneur east of the river. If only he were more involved in the business we're running up here. No matter. Soon we'll both be off for Grand Couronne.
And your husband's also involved with the bookstore?
He made the initial investment. Since then, he's been what you might call a silent partner.
Super silent. Almost inaudibly so. The woman looks aloof. Her features much softer. Occasionally she glances at her daughter's silhouette.
I was told that there's a huge fridge in the building cellar. Can you lead me there?
A fridge? No, I don't know anything about a fridge. Aren't you interested in books?
Isn't it supposed to be in the shape of a polar bear?
For whatever reason, she's lying to you about the fridge. Seems like you have to find your own way to the cellar.
why are you so uptight about those curtains? I just want to know what's on the other side.
I already told you. It's just a storage room for employees. I don't understand why it's so important to you. Just let it go, officer. Go buy some goddamn books. You're supposed to be drawn to the books.
If it's just a storage room, then it wouldn't hurt if I just peeked inside. It's not like it's cursed, right?
No!
She wavers under your gaze, mouth pressed into a tight-lipped frown. Then she breaks down.
Okay, fine. It's just because this place is cursed, just like everyone said. They don't call it the doomed commercial area for nothing. Are you happy now, officer? Happy that you've ruined everything?
She closes her eyes and starts mumbling something to her pendant.
Host of hosts, she prays. Guard me and my honest business venture from the curse that lurks behind the curtains.
Have you sought help from anyone?
Yes, I've contacted numerous parapsychologists and even a pair of Simonese mediators. They provided me with the wards.
She nods at the strange cage-like trinket on the curtain.
The wards help to keep the doom at bay and protect us against the darkness that lies further in the building, even though now I fear it's not enough.
How does the curse manifest itself?
The curse is so much worse than you could imagine. It's a disease, eating at the very foundation.
A shiver runs through the woman as she looks around the dimly lit store.
It's the curse of financial distress, of ruin and bankruptcy.
Annette mentioned that the previous tenants have experienced some financial troubles.
It's not just that, officer. We're dealing with something supernatural here. It's the cacodemons feeding off bad business practices and disappointing income statements.
Cacodemons? Isn't that the thing that those one-eyed beasties from Doom? Those floating eyes? I thought those were cacodemons.
There's something wrong with this building, I can tell you. Ever since I arrived, I've sensed an eerie lingering presence, as if I was unwanted here.
Would you like me to take the case? I could investigate, see if the curse is real.
Most certainly not. I don't want anyone who's not familiar with the psychic arts to get involved in this mess. Stay away. Leave the spirits be, so they can return to their slumber.
My liege, you know what this case calls for? A para-detective.
Convince her to let you investigate the doomed commercial area.
Slither up to her, you silver-tongued fiend. Show her what world-class perfidy looks like.
Ma'am, I came here to help. I've handled paranatural situations before.
Are you sure? Don't think I haven't seen charlatans before.
I've returned from the void, a para-detective from a long line of para-detectives.
You're no para-detective. You look nothing like one. And you're clearly a drinker. Pardon me for being so blunt, but...
You look like one. Hey now, hey. You need the booze to focus, alright? The lieutenant keeps his usual stony calm. He silently picks out his notebook.
I admit, I've had my share of drinks, but only because the spectral realm is is parapsychologically taxing.
How do you know all this?
Here we go.
Your wards brought me here in the first place. The Seminese blood also runs through me.
You're part Simonese. Oh, it means our meeting couldn't have been mere chance. The hand of fate guides us. But I am not the only one at risk. I have to think of my daughter. You are certain you can help us? Keep us safe? I can't allow any collateral damage to hit us.
No problem whatsoever. Your family is safe. The phantoms are no match for me.
If you promise, good officer, then you might be our last hope. Do you swear it?
On my honor.
Thank you, sir. There's one more thing I haven't told you about yet. The entity.
Do not act surprised. You know of these things, sire.
Of course, the entity, for I have sensed its presence.
You have? The entity takes the form of a woman, a witch probably. I've suspected that she must be connected to the curse ever since I first saw her. Did you know that she lives inside the chimney?
Chimney, the passage between heaven and hell, of course.
Yes, that chimney is part of the building's central furnace, and it's enormous. She has barricaded herself behind some metal security curtains. God knows what she's doing there. Some unnatural magic, I assume. You should go find the entity and ask what happened to all the companies in the building. What is the source of this curse? Here's the key to the warded door behind the curtains. Take it. Oh,
cool.
And please do return to me after you've looked round. I'm quite anxious to know what she has to say about the curse. What you discover in there.
Unbelievable darkness and ruin. What you discover? Probably just office space. And the damn fridge. Don't be scared.
Yeah, that's good enough.
You see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way to another
Let's
room.
pull them open.
You see a dimly lit room full of dusty furniture and trash. A doorway stands in the back, covered in dozens of scary little Seminese wards, your shadow looming over it like an omen.
Escapes from Pleasance as she tries her best to look away, her round face buried in her hands. Ghostly silhouettes of hair dryers. A vaguely androgynous portrait of a man.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of Seminese trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked.
Unlock the door with the key.
After exerting some force, you manage to turn the key. It's eerily silent. The door slides slightly open, letting a draft of cold air into the room. You feel the tiny hairs on the back of your neck rise up, as if someone's standing right behind you.
Touch the back of your neck. What is this feeling?
Outside, the wind howls in from across the bay. The building at Rue de Saint-Ghislain stands like a matchbox on its side, with men inside, like little wooden sticks, ready to catch fire. A panicking woman squeezes the pendant around her neck until it leaves a mark inside her palm. A man, a few meters away, stands frozen with a key in his hand. Somewhere inside, a spider is spinning its web.
Open the door and enter. Cool. All right. Sand is dripping from a punching bag. Smells like leather and sweat. The poster says, Sidious Fortis, the rest is worn off. I don't know what that is. Shot put ball. Worn out wall bars. They look unsafe.
A barbell lies on the floor. The color has worn off its weight plates. It's 60 kilograms. Your triceps hum at the sight of these weights. Show the world what kind of beast it's dealing with. Lift them. There are no collars on the barbell. This is a safety hazard.
Look, Kim, it's a trap. There are no collars on the barbell.
You're right. The weight may fall off. Better not touch it then.
What kind of bastard would just remove the collars? It should be a felony.
It would be a violation of EPIS safety regulations if the gym was still operating, but it isn't. No one's supposed to come here anymore.
Let's see if we can increase our physical instrument. Looks like we need to talk to Kim as well. We do have +1 on physical instrument already. A ball used for playing shot put, a favorite pastime of elderly gentlemen. You feel like you should hold on to this and make good use of it. To sell such beautiful old school sports equipment would be a sin.
The barbell waits patiently on the floor, like a dog for its master.
Let's lift it. No, we're gonna fail. Gonna hurt our backs.
You manage to hoist it off the ground, but the barbell feels wobbly and dangerous. Your hands slick with sweat. Turns out you're no beast, just an old man with bad form.
Seems like I'm a little out of shape, or maybe these gloves just suck.
Proper weightlifting gloves would definitely afford a better grip.
Cool, maybe we can get proper weightlifting gloves. Alright, what's up, Kim?
What is this place?
Looks like a gym to me.
Yes, but no one's been here in ages.
He draws a stripe on the dusty floor with his
I
foot.
doubt the electricity still works. Good thing we have a flashlight on us. Don't forget to take it out of your bag before we move on.
Cool.
Some specks of dust shimmer in a faint beam of daylight falling from the window. Other than that, the room is dark. An eerie feeling rises in your chest.
Let's just keep going. I'm sure it's just a regular abandoned house. Nothing mysterious here.
Sounds good.
All right, let's equip that flashlight. So we can get rid of the pry bar. And let's grab the flashlight. The hallway is blocked by old window panes and debris. A large demijohn full of strange liquid. I don't know what a demijohn is. Oh, is that like the stand-up urinals? Wild animals stare at you in the dark, stuffed and mounted. Can we get in there? Yeah, we can. We'll eventually get there. Let's do what's closer. Airship rotors covered in spider webs. They remind you of blades. Let's take it all. $3? A naked mannequin torso, a strange yellow color. What's this?
Your flashlight slides over an old green chalkboard covered in scribbles, sketches, and schemes, like some ancient cave mural. Some of the writing has faded with age, but you can still make out sections here and there. Photos and drawings have been pinned to the board.
Let's inspect the photos.
The photo collage depicts barren, icy landscapes wrapped in perpetual night. You see permafrost and glacial landforms, dead trees grown in under the snow.
Maybe people were playing that that game with the Heimdallian or whatever it was.
Entire oceans have been frozen from shore to shore. There are pictures of settlements on dried up riverbeds, abandoned in a storm. Animal corpses in the dark, carcasses and bones. You see primitive oil rigs built into glaciers, boreal dvorg, yurts under the snow, great mammoth-like beasts of burden. Albeit dark and cold, this vision also feels cozy in its own way, like eggnog or morphine, a much-needed respite from our own world. A pinned postcard reads, "The heat death scenario, a desperate fight for geothermal energy engulfs the world as Wirral becomes untethered from its sun, drifting through the universe."
Let's inspect the drawings.
These lithe, pointy-eared creatures appear to be different types of welkins. You make out autumnal candle welkins casting wax-based magic. Translucent welkins with organs shining under their skin.
Cool.
And even ether welkins hailing from the vast emptiness of sidereal space. You should adopt one of those welkins as your persona. No longer a mere man, but a welkin.
I like it.
One of the welkins, towering among the rest, appears to be different, however.
Examine the welkin. This is important.
It's Vara Hamira, a high welkin, his face white and scarred like cracked marble. This is clearly a welkin supremacist. The note says, all non-welkin races will be purged. The Haldor, the Tworg, the humans, and even headless men, all of them, purged. Imagine a world filled only with welkin, green welkin, dread welkin, and the high welkin to rule them all.
An inordinate amount of time has gone into drawing these little welkin creatures.
Who are these creatures? Who drew them? Are they real? I have so many questions.
This looks like concept art for a project. It's not really real.
Why would anyone spend so much time on this?
Some people really like building a world, I think. Even if it's just for a game.
Yeah, that's cool. Well, this has been educational. Let's move on.
Just look at those details. So much effort.
Let's inspect the notes.
The handwriting is only partly legible, but you can still make out 3 slogans. Call in, tune out, Wirral untethered, and heat death of the universe. The full text reads, heat death of the universe is the new black. Another note says, the biggest advancement in role-playing systems since the 30s.
Cool.
Outside, a cold wind wraps the building in its bosom. Snowflakes in the wind. An old woman passes what the locals call the doomed commercial area. She tries hard not to look at the bookstore windows. It's unwise.
Let's inspect the schedule.
This is a monthly calendar from the year 50. Cryptic words like sprint, daily minimi, and GPI span the marker-drawn grid, the grand scheme of production and money. It looks a bit like an academic calendar, only much more brutal. Minimi stands for a mini-meeting. It's part of a bigger framework for managing work called RUN. Station 41 tried to implement it a few years ago, but failed.
What happened?
As time goes on, the numbers in the boxes grow rarer and rarer. The board becomes an empty snowfield in the final days. Only failure and regret dwell in this region.
Looks like they didn't make it.
The lieutenant looks at the frigid ice field of nothingness.
A note in the bottom left corner of the chalkboard says, see the prod schedule filament for details.
Okay, let's inspect the schedule.
This is a monthly calendar from the year. It looks a bit like an academic calendar. Minimi stands for a mini. Your eyes glide over
Okay,
4 sections.
maybe a different schedule. We need to be going down, not up. Let's check out this floor first. Blue velvet, soft to the touch, moth-bitten. $1.55? Yes, please. Steel rotor blades bearing the Slipstream logo. Skis with Slipstream printed on the laminated top layer.
This appears to be some kind of machine with a cube-shaped heart and a wired framework. The keyboard has a rectangular on-off button. A piece of paper still hangs from the printer.
A radio computer. Just sitting here without anyone inside.
He sounds surprised and a bit cautious.
But we are looking for a fridge, and we are pressed for time, so...
On the other hand, it's not that I'm not interested in abandoned radio computers.
Do you think I should turn it on?
Maybe the body has stopped decomposing somehow. I don't know. You're in charge of this expedition, officer.
The machine lights up like some prehistoric animal stirring from its slumber, revealing fluorescent play and print keys on the keyboard. The hatch on the machine's central compartment is wide open.
Let's look inside.
It's empty like a beehive without its brood. Some cables have been left dangling, disconnected.
This is where the memory should go.
Press play.
Nothing happens.
Press print.
Nothing happens.
Okay. So we need to find a memory. Hold on. Hold on. Where did it go? There it is. Oh, I can't equip it. Because it's not a tool. Okay. Let's grab the bag again. Okay. Scribbled across a notebook, developers of the most advanced RPG in the universe. Cool. They're just a bunch of geeks. $2 and some drugs? Hell yeah. Magnesium. The wind howls in from the coal chute above. We found it. We found the bear. The bear refrigerator. An ice cream maker defrosted and unplugged. The flashlight casts a strange shadow. There is a hidden doorway here. So how do we get in? Oh, we made it. 2 rusty rifles are hidden above the piping. They look inoperable. Someone has stuck some busted guns beneath the ceiling.
A few bricks have fallen off, revealing a compartment behind the wall. It's too dark to see in.
Look, there's a hole in the wall.
There is, yes. And there also appears to be something inside the hole. Interesting. Do you want to take a look?
Yeah, I do.
Your hand reaches deep into darkness and spiderwebs. Rummaging around, you find rusty rifles hidden away.
Let's inspect the rifles.
Most of them are rusty and inoperable, like the rest. But one catches your eye. A bolt-action model with a fine wood stock, in better cosmetic order than the others.
This one looks nice.
That's a rare sight. Seems to no longer be functional, but still a beautiful thing in its own way.
Where are we?
Seems like an old bunker from the revolutionary period. Look at all those rifles. Must be an old weapons cache.
What does this mean? A rifle
It
here?
means there are firearms, albeit inoperable, still lying around in Martinez. It's an interesting coincidence, I would say. Might come in useful in the future.
Heck yeah.
He likes this find.
Let's leave. A frozen ice cream maker that's still running. More change. And some nosaphed.
2 cables are plugged into the breaker box. The red one leads off into the darkness, and the black one to the ice cream maker nearby.
Let's unplug the black one.
Something close to you dies with a soft electric purr.
Why did you do that?
I don't know why I unplugged it. I do things without any reason.
The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything. The electric distribution board now has 1 cable missing.
Let's leave. Cool. We got a mesh tank top. Let's check that out. New clothes. I like it. Drama. Okay. We'll keep that in mind. Intercom wires running into the breaker box. Okay, that's probably going to leave. Exit. So we don't want to do that. Some change. A cellar window. People's feet shuffling by on the street. Okay. What's this?
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black.
Let's look inside.
It's dark and grimy here. In the darkness you can hear chatter. It's coming from above. A voice or several voices talking to each other. Near the smoke chamber, upstairs. The echo is so prominent, it's impossible to discern what the voices are saying or what's producing them.
What are you doing?
The lieutenant asks when he sees you climb halfway inside the furnace. I'm not sure, Kim, but I think I can hear someone talking upstairs.
Wait, really? We should investigate, see if someone's upstairs.
Let's just yell hello.
Something breaks loose in you. A mighty bellow echoes throughout the chimney's depths. The chatter of tiny voices above suddenly cease. Then...
Hello?
Hello, are you there? Speak to me.
Hello? Did you say anything? I can't hear you. Please come upstairs. There's a safety curtain on the second floor. I'll open it.
You hear a low rumble upstairs. The sound of a curtain being pulled aside.
Interesting.
After you, officer.
Kim, what is this thing? Is it a furnace?
Looks like it. Looks like an old central furnace used to heat the building. It's connected to the chimney.
He opens the door and gingerly peeks... Excuse me, peeks inside.
No one has used it in ages. No signs of any recent fire. Only dead rats.
Let's kick it with my foot.
A hollow ring echoes through the furnace.
Damn it.
Your toe hurts.
All right, make note not to kick things. The wall collapsed. It's inaccessible for now. All right, let's check this out. Where are you?
You see a terrifying ice bear with a strange compartment in its belly. The door is covered in frost, and the bear's eyes are glowing red. The bear looks oddly realistic. Is it taxidermy?
Let's crack open the door.
A gust of freezing cold air rushes to greet you. You hear a low grumble as the bear regulates itself. This is the inside of a refrigerator. The lieutenant takes a peek inside. His hand has found the holster of his gun.
Relax, Kim. It's the fridge, remember?
Of course. A giant iceberg-shaped fridge.
He relaxes his hand, his face bathed in the harsh light of the open fridge door.
Just what we were looking for. Let's see what's inside.
Let's look inside the refrigerator.
The shelves are empty. All you see are crumpled ice cream wrappers with the brand name, Revachol Ice City. A handwritten note has been attached to the door. The fridge is huge.
Let's take the note from the door.
You pocket the note and the little fridge magnets keeping it on the door.
Examine one of the ice cream wrappers in
A
there.
friendly cartoon bear smiles back at you from a glossy cellophane wrapper. It looks nothing like the fridge. The paper still smells of vanilla and chocolate.
Yummy. This is clearly the fridge. It's big enough to hold for. It's big enough for 2 corpses.
It's certainly an eccentric choice, but it is capacious and cold enough, too.
Your visual confirms you could fit 2 more bodies in the ice bear fridge.
Shall we go and get the body, then? I'll take the head, you take the feet. The stairs won't be easy, but we'll manage.
The 2 of you. Easily.
Okay, let's do this.
The body is heavier than stinkier. It takes half an hour to stuff it into the fridge. The lieutenant takes a step back to admire your handiwork.
Well, that was really loud.
Beautiful. A dead body in a nice bare fridge. This is some of the best police work I've ever done.
You have created an ice bear sarcophagus. You've definitely earned a drink after this. Perhaps even some pagan rites.
What did he say again? A dead body in a nice bare fridge. This is some of the best police work I've done. Really? You think it's good work?
No, not really. Look at that. What have we done? We stuffed a dead body in a nice bare fridge. This story does not leave this room.
We did our best with the means at our disposal.
Did we though? Okay, maybe we did.
Yeah, heck yeah, we
At
did.
least we've stopped the body from decomposing further. Now you can conduct another inspection, under controlled circumstances.
Inside the icy realm of the ice bear fridge, the corpse stands slumped, waiting.
So we need perception for that one. What is a giant bear-shaped fridge doing in the abandoned cellar in the first place?
Good question. It looks like an ice cream fridge.
The lieutenant reaches for one of the wrappers. He studies it in the light. So they tried to sell ice cream from this hyper carnivore?
I know. What an unfortunate marketing choice.
I think it's awesome. I would love a fridge like that.
What is even worse, the bear is still costing them money to this day.
The lieutenant points at the red snaky cable running from the fridge.
The electricity bill must be catastrophic. On the other hand, it did help us with a certain corpse situation.
All right, let's back out and see if we can improve our perception. Okay, we don't have any clothes to improve our perception. So, where's the perception? Damn, we're almost full on perception. Let's add more to it. Let's add one more and let's see if we can figure something else out.
The bear's eyes are still glowing red. It's guarding over the freezing corpse hidden inside its belly.
It's not fantastic, but we still have a chance.
Your arms reach out and your eyes
Yes.
close, as if by their own volition. It's dark all around. You feel cold, slippery flesh, first with your fingertips, then under the palm of your hand.
What is this?
His face, his cheeks, his nose, his fat, swollen lips. Like a spider, your hand crawls over his features. Everything is silent.
Let's put our fingers in his mouth.
The oral cavity is cold and moist. A ball-like tongue attaches itself to the base of the mouth, lolling around like a scallop.
Open your eyes and look.
A vision of black and dark red death, pried open by your naked hands and studded with teeth. Looks like he's laughing. Death fumes rising from the throat, and there, in the back of his mouth, above the bell of the uvula, right in the soft palate, you see a hole, barely visible to the human eye. It is swollen shut, almost vanished. No larger than 0.4 centimeters in radius, the edges appear darkened.
He was shot in the mouth?
An abrasion collar. This is what we're after.
Abrasion collar.
I see it.
The lieutenant looks in. There's a pen in his hand. His notebook is open at the red pages. Touch it with your finger gently.
A black trickle of liquid runs into his throat from the wound.
Put your finger in.
Your index fits right in there. A tight tunnel of flesh opens up. Tissue damage. Wide enough for 2 fingers. As you push both in, you reach through his mouth, right into his brainstem.
Brainstem?
Yes, that's what this part is called. You've seen the drawings. You've studied them.
Let's feel around first.
The basal ganglia feels clumpy. What entered here has torn apart his reptilian complex. This man will never sleep again. Never wake. The funk soul brother at the back of his head has gone dark forever.
Funk soul brother, I like it. Push deeper.
Your fingers slide into the remains of his limbic system. There is no resistance. It's gelatinous. The slug-like structures are damaged too. The tearing extends deep into both hemispheres.
There's a cavity cut right between the hemispheres.
The lieutenant answers with the sound of his pen on paper.
Let's push deeper.
Your fingers are all the way in now, reaching toward the inside of his skull. The cavity goes further, but the entry wound isn't wide enough for the rest of your hand to follow.
Crazy.
All the muscles in your body harden. Time to enter him.
Wriggle in.
Your fingers reach toward his skull. His cerebral cortex feels like jelly. Cold jelly. Strange fluid streams down your wrist as you push deeper until you feel it. on the tip of your finger.
A bullet.
Sharp, serrated material. The edges cut right into your skin.
Let's fish it out. Damn it.
You push your hand further in. Whatever is in there keeps rolling between your fingers as you beckon it to come out.
A little help, Lieutenant?
Out comes his small folding knife. The lieutenant moves its blade across the man's skull, searching for the exit wound.
There, nod toward the protrusion.
Withdraw your hand 4 centimeters, please.
Pull your hand back. Pull your fingers back and nod.
With a crack, he punches the knife in the skull. Then, one more time, and one more, until the bone comes loose, like eggshell. Inside, you feel the jelly move from his poking.
The object is still under your finger.
Can you push it out?
A small flower of metal blossoms from the man's head, followed by your finger.
A bullet. A non-calibre. Rifled. You may remove your hand from the victim's head now, officer. Well done. Here is your prize.
He drops the bullet in an evidence bag and puts it in your hand. Your other hand, the one not covered in blood and cerebral cortex.
Looks like we need to add one more item to your injury list. Injury number 4. Oval entry wound with an abrasion collar. Soft palate, back of mouth.
Oval entry wound with an abrasion collar.
High velocity. Temporary cavity in brain tissue. Small exit wound on the occiput. How does that sound?
Sounds about right.
Opinion, fatal injury.
Agreed.
And one last thing. We should amend injury number 3. Ligament mark. New opinion, non-fatal. Post-mortem. Treatment.
He's proposing the bullet was the real cause of death, and the hanging an attempt to conceal this fact.
Treatment?
Treatment, officer, is an attempt to manipulate the body after death, to hide the real cause with a false cause. In this case, this injury here.
He points to the mark encircling the corpse's neck. The ligament mark, the fractured hyoid bone, it was all treatment.
Yes, and the belt around his neck, the hanging, even dragging him to the yard. All of it was done after this man was already dead.
What if he was shot with our gun? You think so?
I did not just come up with this. I've had my doubts since you showed me the tracks, officer. Why did they carry him over? Why not march him? There is no satisfactory explanation.
Yeah, it makes sense.
There have been other signs too. Small details. Everything is too neatly designed for us to assign probable cause here, as we did full-heartedly. Well, no more.
There is, of course, the very real possibility he was both shot and hanged.
Maybe the bullet holds more answers.
Yes, we should take a closer look at it. I am certain it has more to tell us.
This little thing could reveal much about the weapon that shot it.
Maybe they just shot him while they hanged him.
To put him out of his misery? It's possible, but it doesn't explain all the other dubious things here. Lack of struggle, primarily. I may be intellectually sloppy, but I prefer one theory at a time. And this just smacks of treatment to me.
I think I need to wash myself.
Oh, you really do. I am glad to hear you say that. Your room in the Whirling in Rags should come with a bathroom. Be sure to make use of it in the evening.
Who would do this?
That's for us to find out. But this, it will make finding them just a little easier.
Why would anyone do this?
To hide something. The real killer, the real motivation, what really happened here.
What happens next?
We bag the corpse and carry him to the holding pen of my kinema. I can transport him to processing myself, but I will be gone for the rest of the day.
You'll be gone? What should I do in the meanwhile?
Work on the case. Tend to personal matters. Try not to do anything too dangerous. An officer needs backup in a neighborhood like this. I'll leave that choice to you. And one more thing. Great work, detective.
I got my first trophy. The goodest of the good cops.
After you bag the corpse, Lieutenant Kitsuragi will leave the party until tomorrow morning. You can do side tasks, and even the main case, but it might be more difficult. Plan his exit accordingly.
Tell me something, dead man.
Shoot, Looney Rooney.
How do you like it in the fridge?
I like it a lot, brother. This really is your finest hour. You're a genius. A regular Corporal Angelo.
Enough.
Come back later, Corporal. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible, also, see me in your dreams.
Let's bag him, Kim. Take him away.
All right.
He takes out a shiny black body bag and starts pulling the plastic over the dead man's face.
I will need a little help carrying him. You take the hands, I'll take the legs.
I don't think that would have made a difference, Mike. Or maybe, because it is the goodest of the good cops. I don't know. I'm not sure. I think it more had to do with me solving, the stuff with the corpse. I will need a little help carrying him. You take the hands, I'll take the legs. Bag the corpse and drag it to the motor carriage. Okay, so we got a few things we can do. We can go up to the top level where we were talking to that woman through the stove. We could go talk to the chick with the paint. We could go check out the door. We could go wash our hands. We got a few choices here, so. I'm going to take a bathroom break, 90 seconds. And if there's something that in particular that you would like me to do, let me know. So wash hands. Try to find the woman that's upstairs that we talked to through the stove. That door that we're supposed to open it ajar, I want to knock on it. And then there's also the woman with the paint. Wash my hands. I like the way you think, Mike. Let's go wash our hands. After stuffing our hands into that corpse and getting blood and brain juices all over them, it's definitely something we need to do. All right. Yeah, I'm not talking to you. You people suck. She probably could have washed our hands in the kitchen, but he said to do it in our bathroom sink. Next, I think I want to go and do that door. I want to knock on the door. Can we highlight it? Come on, there we go. Words fail to describe how rank it smells in here. They should have sent a poet.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned. This is not the cleanest bathtub in the world, but it's cleaner than you are right now. That soap scum smell. It smells like life, at least compared to you.
Run yourself a bath.
The bathtub slowly fills with water. The water beckons.
Undress, close your eyes, and submerge.
The water is only lukewarm, but still comforting, like amniotic fluid. A few beer cans are bobbing up and down along your flanks, like sad duckies.
Let's take the beer cans out.
Now you are alone with your thoughts in the tub. But it's easier than being alone with your thoughts outside the tub. They're not even really thoughts, just assorted sensations. None of them acute enough to focus on.
Imagine something.
You see the corpse. You can still smell the cadaver on you. It's going to take more than one bath to get rid of that stench. Then, houses along a narrow street. A video rental. Darkness on the planet's curvature.
Linger in the tub a little.
Your fingers grow pale and are covered with tiny whirls as the water cools.
Nice.
What are you doing? You're not some fat fish in a fucking aquarium. Time to get moving.
All right, let's get out.
The waterline recedes as you stand. You are cold now. Your clothes stick to your still moist skin.
Awesome. Gotta close the door behind me. Alright, we're gonna go to that door. Gotta go the long way around. Oh, hold on, what's this down here? there's something down there. The musty smell of a potato cellar and spring emanates from the air vent. I make my own way. Saul. Always have, always will.
The door to the Weasel's den, guarded by the Lionhead Knocker. Both have seen better days.
Let's knock.
You knock silently. The upholstery muffles the sound. No response comes from the apartment.
Let's use Manana's key to unlock the door.
You try to be as silent as you can. It takes a bit of rattling of the handle to loosen the bolt. Finally, the door unlocks with a small clack. Thoughts race through your head. The sound of the key turning still echoes in the yard. Hopefully no one heard. There might be important information in the apartment. I mean, there might. As you hold the open door, you can feel the air moving. A little draft, a whistle.
I'm going inside. Let's check it out. There's also that fridge inside the apartment complex. I might want to go and check that one out in the abandoned abandoned apartment. The smell of disinfectant in the room smells like chemicals. Whoever lives here admires fair-haired fantasy heroes with big muscles.
A row of mugs sits on the shelf. Each one depicts a human figure. A dark-skinned woman grinning amidst mysterious symbols. A broad-shouldered man shoveling potatoes, and others.
Tap on the mugs.
A little ring. Though cheerful, the images on the ceramic make you vaguely uncomfortable. There's something disdainful in the way the curves and lines of the bodies were drawn.
What do I mean uncomfortable?
It looks like the artist is celebrating diversity, but underneath, he's just making fun of these people.
The artist must be free to do what he wants. The artist must be free to tell the truth about what these guys look like.
Of course, you slippery bastard.
Move on from the mugs. Yeah, I'll take a shirt. Let's check the shirt out. +1 logic. It's not as good as our... Well, what do we have? Yeah. Anyway, we'll remember. A book titled The Hidden World of Walking Sticks lies open. Walking through sticks using walking sticks. You can almost feel the warmth of the red sun on the flag.
This is the flag of Revachol, the suzerainty.
What's with the sun?
This isn't just one sun, but there are little suns dancing around the big sun. This is the sevenfold sun miracle.
What's the sevenfold sun miracle?
It's an optical atmospheric anomaly the first settlers saw. Happens in cold weather. 6 small suns around the big one. This complex halo phenomena is how old Revachol got its flag.
Cool. I want to see what the flag looks like. Bow down before the flag.
The flag accepts your honorable salute with quiet dignity.
You gotta respect the flag. A small suitcase full of clothes. guests are staying over. I think that's it. We can check it out again. Oh, apparently so. I think we've done everything we can in here. I was expecting a little bit more. I guess that task's taken care of. Still really early. You know what? We're right here by this building. Let's go inside and find that apartment and find that fridge. It keeps gnawing at me that I forgot to look in the fridge after we were in that apartment. Or maybe I did look in the fridge and I just forgot it and thought I didn't. It's another possibility. This old woman's still here, sweeping the exact same spot. No, we must have done it because it's no longer highlighted. Okay, we definitely looked in the fridge. All right. Oh, hold on.
A shift in temperature. The air chills around you. Dust settles on the stony floor.
Let's rub our sides for
A
warmth.
former architect stands before a slice of window, a room plan in her hand. A cold wave has made the air in the building stand still and frozen, with temperatures falling down to minus 20 degrees Celsius.
The plan.
Faint pencil lines on paper depict the same place, but a missing eastern wall connects the room with the neighboring apartment. Ideas for arranging the furniture have been jotted down.
Thanks, Mike. Let's look at ourselves.
It's clean and empty, with new tapestry embellishing the walls. A standard HB graphite pencil has fallen off a three-legged stool in the middle of the room. She had an eye for beauty.
Let's look at her face.
It's red from the cold. She's breathing on her fingers, clasping the plan. Traces of sadness are visible in her expression.
Let's shiver. So we could go down. What's this door? I think it's the balcony. I think I'm gonna be up by where that chick was, the one with the paint. Maybe? Yeah, there she is. Cool. Alright, let's see what else we can do here.
Ruination has come. The broken arches betray the once grand history of this building. It towered over the harbor until it happened.
Let's form a guess about what happened.
A great force from the northeast fired into the city. Heavy artillery shelled the coastline, fired from the water, a straight shot into Revachol. The tenement acted as a defensive wall against the worst of the shelling until it was destroyed, and they had a direct firing line.
Look at the ruins in the water.
Those arches acted as support for something greater than what you see now. Only 3 stories stand where 9 to 12 once did.
Wow.
Restoration has failed. What the shelling took out was never rebuilt. Underwater, iron helmets have sunk deep into the sand and the mud. Helmets of soldiers, and their finger bones too, and clavicles, littering the ocean floor.
Who did this? This damage?
A fleet, the combined armies of Occident and Grad, with Mesk volunteers, a 5-nation army, hundreds of vessels. They massed airships further down in the Bay of Revachol. The artillery was so powerful. The ships not only required gyroscopic stabilization, they were anchored into the ocean floor as well.
Okay.
Many are still there to this day. If you squint, you can just barely see the shadow on the water, far in the northeast. Cannons still ready to placate Revachol.
Let's take in the ocean.
The waves of the Martinez Inlet roll over the fallen remains of the building. The dark waters obscure the better part of the remains. What didn't fall into the ocean was used as scrap. What wasn't used as scrap was thrown into the ocean.
Time to go. I'm just gonna go feed my girls and I'll be right back. Should be like 90 seconds to 2 minutes. I like the ambient sound, the music, the seagulls. It's cool. I like it. Hey, what's that? Oh, I just noticed that skull painted on the wall. $2.25, let's take it. We've actually paid for all our books and stuff with stuff that we found.
Ooh, the piggies have learned how to saunter up staircases. I didn't think you could do that with hooves, but here you are.
We cops don't like closed doors or unreachable perches or people having high ground on us.
Yeah, you got me now. The dynamic between us has completely changed.
She crosses her arms.
That smell coming from her paint bucket. It's not paint. It's heavy fuel oil.
Is that heavy fuel oil?
What did he think I was using? Aquarels? This shit is pumped out of government vehicles.
Fumes are bad for you.
Something to think about next time you're driving around in your pretty little piggy carriage.
So you won't talk about the murder, but maybe you could tell me something about the murder victim's missing armor?
What do I care about some fucking tin eggshells?
Isn't armor art? Art for the body?
Ugh, alright. Sad piggy. I'll give you this one. I saw a little girl in the fishing village running around with military-grade handwear. Looked cute as hell.
Fishing village?
If you haven't been there, the village is a shithole down the coast from the main plaza. Have a good time!
And there's a little girl wearing the gloves there?
No. That's all the snitching Cindy the Skull does for today. Actually, I don't even know why I told you what I just told you. I have a weakness for animals. It's the animal thing again. Damn it.
Cindy, I need some paint. And your brushes, too.
What for?
For art. It's for art, okay?
Well, if it's for art... But what kind of art are we talking about?
Grand art. Art deluxe. The artsiest art. The most groundbreaking. The...
Let me stop you right there, Piggy. You have no idea, do you? No idea. No brush? Fuck off.
You'll see. You will all see and tremble.
Yeah, not gonna hold my breath, Piggy. You look like you'd suck. Everything, really.
Let's see if we can improve our conceptualization. It's like our main thing. How do we only have 3%? Okay, let's see if any of these things have... Okay, there's +1 conceptualization. So let's put that on. Actually... Okay, let's see how much that improved it.
Hello again, officers. Have you
We're
come
at
to
8.
admire my mural?
We could be a little bit higher. Let's do it. Let's put it into conceptualization. It's low, but we have a chance. Oh, it's a red check. It can't be retried. Okay, you know what? No, I don't want to do that. Shoot, I wouldn't have spent it on that if I would have known. Which door did we come out of? Was it this one or the upper one? Okay, what else do we have to do? Okay, so we can do that one. We can go talk to the woman upstairs. So do we have paint? Did we get paint from her? Oh, the fractured bullet. Let's have a look.
The bullet is safely sealed away in a plastic bag bearing the RCM stamp. Kim has filled out the label on the bag with the item number, case number, and date and location the bullet was found.
What do I do with you, bullet?
The squished little thing has no idea. I know. You should find the gun that shot this bullet.
Find the gun that shot it.
That sounds like something a police detective would do. First, you should learn all you can about this little guy. Then find the gun that shot it and the person that gun belongs to. He used it to kill your victim.
Let's feel the bullet through the bag.
The squashed bullet has some sharp edges where the jacket has split open. It feels cold, even through the bag. You wouldn't ordinarily have cause to handle jacketed bullets. The citizens' militia uses cast bullets only. Little pebbles of metal loaded from the muzzle, usually in a cartridge.
Let's inspect the bullet closer.
The jacket of the bullet is made of a yellowish metal. It has blossomed out to reveal a dark grey core. The base of the bullet is close to 5 millimeters in diameter.
Let's look at the jacket.
You can just about make out a few striations near the base of the bullet. Little hairlines, linear. It feels standard.
And the core?
It's quite destroyed. Some of the fragments are still lodged in the wound. Far away, Lieutenant Kitsuragi is flipping through stations in his Kanima. He is not here examining the bullet with you. He should be. He would find this very intriguing. Mention it to him later when he's here.
Cool, I'll try to remember that. The bullet has nothing more to say. Let's put it away. Let's look at the handwritten note from the fridge.
The note is written with a blue pencil on a piece of lined office paper. The kitchen magnets have left spots on its surface.
Let's read the note.
Someone has scribbled, S. I can't believe the off-site copy is still here. The illiterate ginger kid keeps stealing stuff from the studio, so I had to hide it somewhere safe.
Illiterate ginger kid? Is that Kuno?
You'll find the filament memory with the off-site copy in the frozen ice cream maker. Please take it home, ASAP. It's important. I'd do it myself if I lived in a civilized place with a freezer. Take care, Suliswaf.
Who's the illiterate ginger kid?
The note does not specify. Are you serious? You sure you don't want to hazard a guess here, Detective?
Oh, you mean Kuno? It is
Ding,
totally
ding,
Kuno.
ding. We have a winner.
Let's, what's a filament memory? I think that's like, what's that called? The, like the copy paper.
The note doesn't specify. It's part of a radio computer. When not in use, filaments are stored at temperatures below zero.
Totally, Esau. Where's the frozen ice cream maker?
Didn't you see one right next to the breaker box?
Who wrote that note?
According to the note, someone named Sulislav. Someone who owns a radio computer, one might assume.
Makes sense.
It does, but who might that be?
Let's put it away. Okay, I think we're good. Okay, yeah, we back to this. Okay. So go upstairs, talk to the woman. Okay, we have to go back to Everett. Okay. So Everett... The woman... Everett or the woman? So let's do the woman because it's closer. Oh, I know we didn't go through this door, so let's do this one. This is probably the door we came out of. But I'm pretty sure it isn't. We'll see. So Kuno, I heard you're illiterate. Okay, so that was where I came out through. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna check the other doors. Go upstairs. Might find something interesting. We've got 2 more doors there, which is kind of cool. It's like this world is really contained and small, but at the same time, there's a lot to explore. Let's go up. The door is locked. You can't get in. Or can I? The chair's new. Someone lives back here. I can't get in? Is that a challenge? Oh, I can't interact with it anymore. I'm kind of tempted to go talk to Kuno and call him out for being illiterate. Whoa. 100 tiny feet scurrying beneath the grate, the rats of the city. Enough coal to last for several winters. Smells of chemicals. Do we get some pants? We got some jeans. Let's check out these jeans. Electrochemistry, but lower reaction speed. What are the current pants that we have? More electrochemistry and down with savoir-faire. Okay, I'll do it. Whoa, $5? Someone's been sleeping here recently. Cindy? Maybe. Let's go talk to Cindy.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
Is that bed in the coal room yours?
Ooh. Not only have you found my address, you've discovered my biggest secret. I'm a coal miner.
She does have eyes that seem to be smeared with coal.
Do you have a real home?
Does anyone in a city like this?
She replies wistfully, looking around. It's not the nicest place, but I guess it'll have to do.
It doesn't have to do anything at all. Nothing does. Like me. Right now, I'm doing nothing at all.
The inspiration will come to her once hell is set loose on the streets. It's too calm right now.
Shoot, Piggy. It's what you do, isn't it?
I wanna have a stronger ability than that. A stronger chance of solving it, or getting the rolling the right thing to be successful. If it's red, I don't want to take that chance and lose my opportunity. I want to get it up to about 50%. I think I'd feel comfortable at 50. We could exit. Apartment 8, their mailbox is overflowing. Alright, let's just head out. All right. Hey, we're finding a bunch of stuff. I feel like I walked by here before but didn't see it. That jacket's really good. Like, most stuff has +1 and -1. That jacket is 2 +1s. Okay, let's check this out. I feel like maybe each day new stuff gets deposited or whatever. Okay, don't talk to her, because we don't have her badge. That's where Kuno Ease is. We need to talk to Kuno, not Kuno Ease.
Does Kuno care?
I guess I can't. Darn it.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
Can I hit him with the crowbar, please? Do you blame me for wanting to hit him with the crowbar? I'm just gonna go get some water, give you guys some more water pouring ASMR. Man, I'm chugging the water today. It's so bloody dry. We've got brutally cold weather. It's like -30 outside. My furnace is constantly going to keep up with the cold outside. And as a result, it's drying out the air My lips are chapped. My throat is dry. Chugging water like a madman. All right. Let's head back down. I think we need our... Actually, no, we want to go up, don't we? Yeah. What's this? Merely looking at that unmanly haircut threatens your masculinity. That's funny. All right. Nothing threatens my masculinity. What are you talking about? Yeah, sure, that's fine. Actually, you know what? No. I always want to carry the bag. And that's actually better. It makes more sense for me to have the bag in my left hand and the flashlight in my right. After all, I am right-handed. Did I say left-handed or right-handed? I meant right-handed, if I said left-handed. Sometimes I say things the wrong way that I intend to say.
Looks like someone tried to reconceptualize their business here.
I don't get it.
Look, the skis and rotorblades both bear the same Slipstream logo. It seems likely that they started out making one, failed to turn a profit, and then pivoted to producing the other.
But the question is, which did they start with and which did they pivot to?
That's a good question.
That's just speculation. We don't know anything for sure.
Not quite. You do know that there's something unusual about this company's business model.
Is there? Hey, what's that? Production schedule filament. Oh, now we can put it in the machine. Sweet. I wasn't even planning on doing this. This is
Tiles
cool.
on the cube are still smoldering, casting the framework in a soft glow. Fluorescent play and print keys shine on the keyboard.
Insert the production schedule.
Like a smooth draw, the filament slides into place. On the keyboard, the play key starts blinking.
Press play.
A bar of fabric right above the keyboard starts producing a soft hum. The sound of static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. The static gets louder, slowly filling up the abandoned hall, until a voice speaks out, crackling and old, cutting into the air.
Good afternoon. Fortress accident en rue de Saint-Ghislaine. This is East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the production schedule?
What are you, a machine or are you alive?
Yes, I am alive. I am 74 years old and my name is Yvonne. Now please repeat. Is this the production schedule?
Okay, but where are you? How did you know where I am?
I work as a repeater at the East Insulindian Repeater Station. It's my job to know where you are, Fortress Accident. As for me, well, I am sitting in my cubicle, surrounded by a wall of radios.
On an island on the river Esperance, a small woman, all skin and bones, sits in a room filled with audio equipment. Thousands of tiny lights are reflected back from her prescription lenses, like stars in the dark.
Now please tell me the reason for your call, Fortress Accident.
Why did you call me Fortress Accident?
Fortress Accident is the company on whose name the terminal you are currently using has been registered to.
Do you have any other information about this company?
One moment.
You hear her flip through a catalog before she reads out the studious care. Before she reads out with studious care.
Fortress Accident SCA produces revolutionary interactive call-in radio games. That's what the catalog says.
Cool.
That's not bad.
And what's that? This interactive call-in radio game?
Any other questions?
What? You didn't answer my question, woman. Oh, the static drowns her response. What's the production schedule?
The filament you have inserted into the reader.
You mean that glowing thing I put inside?
Yes. Is that the production schedule?
Yes.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Password? Of course it would have a password. That's why there's a human administrator involved.
This is the police. Please open this thing.
I am contractually obliged to protect the privacy of the filament holder, Fortress Accident. Without filing a warrant with Lintel, I cannot give you access to this filament.
Fair enough.
Now, can you please repeat the password?
I don't know the password.
Received. I will register this login attempt.
Don't worry. Passwords have a way of turning up sooner or later.
Fortress Accident, is there anything else I can do for you today?
That's it for now.
Thank you, and goodbye.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering, casting the framework in a soft glow. Fluorescent play and print keys shine on the keyboard.
Let's leave. It's probably... What's this?
This old fireplace is covered in lines drawn in blue and red marker, the mesh spreading over the stone like blood vessels on alabaster skin. It looks ghostly and strangely ancient. The whole thing resembles Cadran mosaic tiles. Very pedantic.
Hold on, how do I know what Cadran mosaic tiles are supposed to look like?
History classes, students with their textbooks open, studying the roots of our civilization. Those aquarelle blue tiles looked beautiful in the sun.
What am I looking at?
Radio frequencies, it seems. UKV 123.6, UKV 123.7, UKV 123.9. Some written notes, too. Sparse and cryptic.
Radio frequencies for what?
Unclear. It looks like a cardiovascular system split into veins and capillaries. Very advanced.
This must be an elaborate piece of art.
You think so? The web is comprised of radio stations, all lead back to one red heart, titled the Game Master Frequency. A note says, this one can listen in on any station it wants.
Wait, who's the Game Master?
Someone very important. A conductor for the hundreds of story threads that pass through the Game Master's frequency.
So it's like, what's that called in Dungeons and Dragons? Where you've got like the dungeon master, I guess. If it's a game, then who's playing?
Whoever decides to call in to a call-in station, it looks like. A list of names under the stations suggests people across 6 Isolas would be playing. Muindi, Insulinda, Kotla, Grad, Samara, and even Ilmara. There's no way a little basement studio working here could pull anything like this off.
I wonder if all this stuff is connected, or if this is just like random side quests. What else? Squint at the lines.
Nothing. It's just lines on marble. An echo from times long gone. No one has used the fireplace in ages. Your flashlight slides over an old green chalkboard covered in scribbles, sketches, and schemes, like some ancient. Some of the writing has faded with age, but you can still make out sections.
Let's inspect the schedule.
This is a monthly calendar from the year 50. Cryptic words like sprint. It looks a bit like an academic calendar, only much more brutal. Mini-Me stands for a mini-meeting. It's part of a bigger framework for managing work called RUN. Station 41 tried to implement. As time goes on, the numbers in the boxes grow rarer and rarer. Looks like they didn't make a note in the bottom left corner of the chalkboard says, see the prod schedule filament for details.
The
handwriting is only partly legible, but you can still make out 3 slogans. Call in, tune out, Wirral Untethered, and Heat Death of the Universe. The full text reads, Heat Death of the Universe. Outside, a cold wind wraps the building in its bosom. Snowflakes in the wind. An old woman passes what the locals call...
I don't know. Oh, cool. There's somebody in here. The candy dispenser has been repurposed to contain thousands of dice. This tray is full of dice, colorful polyhedral dice. Hundreds of them. Let's take it. La Delta 51. I think that said postcard. The floorboards creak. Something's underneath there, I think. Can we pry it open? No? Shoe in a puddle of melting snow. Okay. I want to talk to this guy, but let's talk to him next time. I'm going to wrap it up here. We'll continue on with this, I guess, on Thursday. So Thursday is going to be a little bit of a shorter episode because I've also got co-op Repentance with Frank Caves on Thursday. It'll probably only be about an hour and a half to a 2-hour episode. But yeah, I look forward to talking to this guy and seeing what's up. Should be cool. Anyway, thanks for hanging out, guys, and I hope you enjoyed, and we'll be seeing you around. Take care and have a good evening. Bye-bye.